about that win.
Well, let's go back to the picks from this game. I would say they were pretty counter-logic. They're kind of crazy. We didn't know what you guys were doing there. Can you explain to me those picks and your theory behind that?
Well, I always liked playing Kindred mid, and it seemed like a good strategy. Like whenever we screamed, we always took like a Kindred at least at the same time, so the enemy couldn't take any like first priority jungle. So it was really good, and I found her really strong in mid lane. So I tried to play her, but it didn't really work out this game. But I still think she's pretty strong to pick, yeah.
Well, yesterday you guys won, today you won again. You've proven that you guys are a cohesive unit. Can you tell me a little bit about the dynamic of your team and who's calling the shots?
Mainly Zach, which is Afromu, is like the main voice of the team. And like pretty much everyone has their own role. Like for example, Xmidi, he says like no in the team fight, which means we cannot fight here. So we all need to back up. And like everyone just talks like a lot. And we care about like each other in real life. So like I think that's how we get the synergy.
What about when Darshan kind of pulled a Peke there in the first game? What was going through your mind when you saw him do that?
Sorry?
When Darshan pulled a Peke in the first game, what was going through your mind then?
I was like, in my heart, I was honestly like doubting myself. I'm like, holy, is he doing that? And like the combo, you can do it, you got this. And like, and we won, and we were like super crazy, and we felt like we won like the championship. I'm like, guys, calm down. We only won the first game. Let's go back.
You still have some games to play, but we liked watching you celebrate. Now, speaking of the championship, though, next up you're going to face Origin in the finals. What would it mean to you guys to win in front of your home crowd?
Obviously, like it will feel really good, especially like it's our new roster. Like we came to IEM with like a mindset like let's enjoy this tournament. Like it's our first LAN, so let's not be nervous. Let's like show like we don't suck. So, I mean, I feel good, and it will be definitely like a really good start if we win this tournament.
I would say so, and I think the fans love you. So congratulations, Huhi, and Chober will send it back to you.
All right, Huhi, and of course CLG moving on to the finals. Does everyone remember when I said Origin and CLG will be in the finals of Intel Extreme Masters San Jose?
No, I don't know. Are we an analyst test, or are we just here to feed your ego?
Wait, do you not remember that? If you guys don't remember that, be sure to go back and check some VODs on Plays.tv.
Oh, no, we set you up for it.
And you'll be able to find out a lot more than just that. You'll be able to see some highlights and POV VODs from all the matches this weekend at the Intel Extreme Masters. But let's break down the game since we have some smart people here at the desk. I don't know what's so funny. But let's talk about that a little bit. CLG 2-0ing Unicorns of Love, and everyone's like, okay, well, they played well, but Unicorns looked a little weak. Granted, Jin Air Green Wings is not the reigning champion of Korea or anything of that level, but hey, they're still a pretty high-ranked team in Korea. Everyone gives them respect in Korea. They come in and CLG says, nope, 2-0, even if the first game was a little bit scary on both sides.
Jin Air's game 1 was incredibly confident. Game 2 looked much shakier, and it's clear that when So-On is not on that ribbon, that he's not nearly as comfortable. Now, he played a number of picks over the course of the Kespa Cup that were quite effective. He had a fantastic Shen game, among other things, but it was clear that when it really came down to it, he was not comfortable with Rise. We saw him drop multiple snare combos. We saw him kind of inconsistent performance overall, but at the same time, I can't blame him. Facing down a Fizz that's not a top laner we've seen in a while, very powerful, and Darshan has been absolutely on fire this tournament. We cannot give this guy enough praise.
Yeah, I mean, as they were talking about Darshan and now going against Soaz, that's a matchup that's going to be really, I mean, it's going to be fireworks for sure, because Darshan, some would say, did absolutely everything he can to carry these games.
Yeah, he pretty much just put the team on his back. Especially that last game, he was like 10-1, and then the game before that, it was like, oh, well, you know, we're losing some dragons.
We'll literally win the game for you.
Yeah, right. This is the Darshan show.
Yeah, it really was today. And Freak, how did you watch those games? I mean, are we a little bit more convinced now about what this team of CLG is capable of?
I am even more convinced that Darshan's really good at League of Legends, and I'm glad that like throughout the years, like watching Zion Spartan in the North American LCS, now he's like evolved the Darshan and gotten like way better. I think this is actually before it was Wiz Fusion to Apollo. I think now Zion Spartan to Darshan is now the best name change in the history of the North American League of Legends scene. This guy has done absolutely amazing. And again, the core of CLG is still there. The Afro shot calling is still there. The Smithy got like twice as good as well, which is great. Darshan got way better as well. And so like all this core is still there, and the spikes of individual talent, like Smithy and Darshan's individual play are like winning them the game. There's still a lot of rough spots. He did not have a good Kindred game.
Right.
Stixxay had some good plays, some bad ones, but it was enough for a B-tier Korean team.
I mean,
wow.
Wow. Okay.
So, I mean, you're not wrong. You just like, I don't know why you felt the need to throw that in.
I mean,
because they're going to face
A
Origin.
tier are the teams who went to Worlds,
who's an
right?
S-tier European team.
Yeah, and then Origin is technically, yes, they went the furthest in Worlds outside of Korea, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Fair enough. But I do like that you brought up that point that, yes, Darshan was in the spotlight, but people were saying Afro had some clutch moves. He did, stop that recall, which helped Darshan carry that game in game one. And throughout, he's had some nice saves. Of course, like Smithy, from yesterday to today, continuously making space for his team, and Huhi and Stixxay filling in the parts they need to.
I'm still not sold on Smithy, though. The first game where he had Lee Sin, he pretty much had zero pressure. And
okay,
I
fair.
feel like if he doesn't get the Gragas, it's just...
True, yeah,
it
does remain to be tested a little bit on where his limits in champion pool really stops. Is it just Gragas, or is there more?
I realized something, actually. Like, back in the North American LCS, we made fun of Smithy for whiffing all his Sejuani ultimates.
Yeah.
I think he was, in his mind, playing Gragas the whole time. Every one of those whiffed Sejuani ultimates would have been great Gragas ultis. Like, way back when. Like, watch those VODs. And imagine it was explosive Cask. He would have been the best player in the game. So maybe this is what it was all along. And yeah, as soon as you ban Gragas, it's back to the old Smithy.
All right, maybe there's something there. Maybe he's just used to explosive Cask. I'll take that too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, regardless of what the reasoning was and who was in the spotlight, CLG does move on. We do have an EU versus NA finals here at the Intel Extreme Masters. We're going to take a short break, and during that break, don't forget to check out ESL.gg/Amazon IEM for a lot of products going on sale right now, and that's also going to help increase the prize pool for these teams. Origin versus CLG. And now, before we take the break, we also have a special little gift for you, a world premiere trailer for something small called Pure Ponage.